I need to tell you something. And why we're here is that I was miserable for 10 years working in sales and never understood why. There was nothing that was exactly wrong. But when I started to look at, I couldn't get behind selling products, didn't care about the results, didn't care about the outcomes for the clients. And then you're supposed to repeat and do that over and over again. And I started to notice that the only time I was happy or excited was when I had made a sale. And then the sales would start to go away. And so it wasn't until I found out and started reading about meditation, awareness, consciousness, the laws of the universe, understanding that like attracts like, that everything is an energetic frequency. I went down the rabbit hole to learn that there is a different way, a purpose driven way to be versus do. And when I applied this, my results actually tripled and it became effortless. And the clients that I coach, when they make a big sale, I ask, was it hard? Was it difficult? They say, no, it was easy and effortless because you are aligned and truly being who you are. And so I look at the mechanics of this and can tell if you're being your most authentic self or if you're faking it or if you're pushing and just trying to make a sale. And I have worked through this using the Dr. David Hawkins scale of consciousness to actually plot and understand where you're at, what's getting in the way, and how to expand your current consciousness and your results. The simplest example is it's about who you're being while you're doing. Are you aware of who you're being while you're doing? Are you aware of who you're being when you're selling? Or you're being yourself with your family, your kids? Are you a completely different person on the weekend versus the weekday? That's what I was caught in. And to give you an example, this is the scale of consciousness, and this is you, and this is the vibration that you stay within. Typically it's 200 to 400, and that's who you're going to attract in those vibrational frequency, because that's the law of the universe. And now I start to study this and start to look at how do you expand your consciousness and how do you attract more. In order to do that, I've talked about videos before with the box that we stay stuck in, and the four corners of that box are: I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not allowed, and I'm not deserving. Once you start to look at that, you'll start to understand where you might be blocking success, and how to handle that is in the states of consciousness is you're starting to let go of the beliefs that are keeping you stuck and start to look at the beliefs that are keeping you stuck, that I'm not worthy, I'm not deserving, I'm not allowed, where you pick those up. And that's how you start to expand your box. And by doing that, you will start to exceed your current energetic frequency. And when you do that, your results will change and the stuff at the bottom will come up for you to acknowledge and let go of. If you do not, you will stay in that same box. But how you sustain and increase and move past and expand your consciousness is going into the stuff that we don't want to talk about: the fear, the grief, the shame, shining a light on those, letting them go, honoring them and noticing them so that you can handle and expand. The only way up is down. And then once you get through there, we want to get eventually to a state of presence where you're in our body, heart-based, grounded, and attracting what we are and connecting with the universe. Now, if that's overwhelming and that's too much, start by noticing where you feel at the end of the month. If you start to feel desperate, start to feel lack, start to feel push, start to understand what those feelings are coming up and let go of those feelings, because you are worthy of success. You do not need to carry that pressure to motivate you. You can be grounded in trusting your process and being who you're truly meant to be without any outcomes. Now, this is where we get started to expand your consciousness and awareness to how and who you're being.